Okay guys, so it is about 7 o'clock in the morning. Now the plan is to leave at 2 o'clock, but we are up so early because White Rim does require a day permit, and the only day you can buy that permit is the day before you plan to actually go on the trail. So we do plan on going tomorrow, Saturday morning. You gotta be on about 8 o'clock is when the permits open up to be able to buy. So we're up early trying to get it so that we don't miss out on any permits. Other than that, we just need to get all of this camera gear loaded up. Now, I just recently bought the 7200. This is going to be part of the gear that I take down there, and I absolutely love it. But I've been really looking forward to being able to use that down in Moab, so I've been pretty pumped about that. And then my friend Connor actually has let me use his drone, so I appreciate Connor for that because it is beautiful out there. Now, White Rim itself, I'm actually not going to be able to get the drone up, but there are surrounding areas, and I think even where we're camping, I'll be able to get the drone up. So definitely want to get some aerial shots of Moab, just because I think that Moab and in general southern Utah is just absolutely incredible from above. So super excited to be able to use that. And then obviously I've got my laptop as well as my drives so that I can drop anything on the go, edit on the go. Let's get everything here packed up, and then we'll get upstairs and we'll start loading up the truck. Okay, so we've gathered everything that we need, from cooking stuff, utensils, my cooler, my cot, my table, everything like that. So we're gonna get everything loaded up in here. As of right now, we already have the tools in. Now I do have my spare tire back here, so it is going to make it a slight challenge getting everything back here and fit in there. But I do consider myself to be pretty decent at Tetris. So let's get everything in here. Obviously I've got my clothes, my photography gear, and my blankets, sleeping pad, everything like that is gonna go in the back of the truck in the back seat. So let's get everything loaded. Okay, so first things first, we're gonna get the containers. Like I said, I've got my spare tire, so I'm gonna get the containers kind of up over onto that spare tire so I can. I still have dirt from the last time I went camping, and I just haven't cleaned it off, but I mean, it is what it is. Next is the cooler. Slide it in there just like that. And then I've always got a thing of water for cleaning dishes, any extra water that I need, so just gonna slide on up there. I mean, now that I think about it, I don't want this hitting my shell window, so slide it sideways. And then I've got the tiny table. This is good for a nice little cooking station. Originally I wasn't gonna be bringing the cot, but plans changed, so I'm gonna have the cot out here, and then I've got like a tent extension that I'll show you guys later, but the cot goes here. Got my camping chair. Now, I forget camping chairs almost every single time I go camping. I do not know how. I should probably just keep one in the back of here at all times, but I don't, so I didn't forget it this time. And then this is actually my tent. I actually bought it from Jose, who we'll be going on this trip with, and it kind of is a camper extension. I've got carpet in my shell, so it velcros to the carpet and it comes out here and it kind of folds onto the tailgate. So I'll show you guys that later, but for now, and of course, the very last thing, last but not least, extra fuel cans. Now, I did at one point have roto packs, but when I sold my rack and tent setup, it had the roto packs. So for now, I'm gonna use these jerry cans, and that's just about everything. And honestly, it kind of fits perfect in here. So let's pack it up and let's hit the road. Okay guys, so we just got done at the gas station. We filled up our tank, we filled up our extra tanks, and a little tip for you guys, I have Chevron rewards, and lately I've been stacking up on my rewards points so that I can have $1 off per gallon. So I kind of save those points until I'm going on a road trip, and then I drain my truck basically to empty right before the trip. I fill up the truck, I fill up the extra gas tanks, and I filled up my truck and 2 5-gallon gas tanks for a total of 48 bucks. So super clutch, but we are headed right now to Holiday at the start of Spanish Fork Canyon to meet up with the rest of the group. I also don't have AC right now because it has been winter, and so I didn't really feel the need to recharge the AC in my truck. I'm already sweating. So, any of you guys that have shit boxes know my next AC method. Cracking the windows. Okay, so we made it to the Holiday, and now we're just waiting on the rest of the group. Had to stop and get some food. If you haven't tried it yet and like key lime, Chick-fil-A has a fantastic frozen, or I guess frosted key lime lemonade. So, okay, so we got all of the rigs here. We have Josh's, and then we have Sammy's, Jose, Evan, and then mine over here. I like to call Evan Mr. McThickums because he's got those wide body fenders going on here, and he's on 35s. Yep. Mr. 35s. Him and Jose are both on 35s, and then me, Josh, and Sammy are on 33s. So we're about to start the ascent into Spanish Fork Canyon. It's a pretty big elevation gain. It's currently about 3 o'clock, and we have about a 3-hour drive ahead of us, so let's hit the road. Okay, so we stopped here at the Chevron in Wellington. If you guys know, the Chevron in Wellington is right off the side of the road. So we stopped, I just topped this off, and now I think we're going to make kind of the home stretch. So I don't think we're gonna stop from here until Moab. So it is currently 4:18, and everything's good so far. Okay, so we're about 30 minutes out from Moab right now. We're making really good time. We've only really had one stop, and that was at the Chevron. So we're gonna hit the pizza place down in Moab for dinner, just something quick and easy, while we wait on Tanner, because Tanner just got off work not too long ago. So he's gonna meet us down there, and then we're probably maybe gonna do a little bit of nighttime wheeling, but then we're gonna hit the campsite and just kind of prepare for tomorrow's White Rim Trail run. Okay, so we just finished up at Canyon Pizza Co. here in Moab. We're gonna go adventuring a little bit. We don't exactly know where we're going to camp. We kind of just know the general area. There's a few spots kind of over by White Rim. We want to stay as close to White Rim as we can so that we can have an early start in the morning. For right now, we're kind of just gonna go adventuring. Maybe do a little bit of night wheeling. I guess main objective tonight is find a campsite. So that's what we're gonna go do, and look at the rigs. We got them all lit up. We're ready to go out explore the darkness of the Red Rocks.
Baja design.
Dude,
Baja.
hey, let's see the side lights on
sides?
here. Yeah. Sammy's got these side lights on his. Woo! That is the sun, baby.
All right, guys, we're about 45 minutes out, so let's fuel up and let's get going.
Just got to the start of the dirt trail, so we're gonna get all of the trucks aired down. I personally am using a Morphlate quad hose. Super nice, just hook them all up and then open it up. So that's going to equally air down all of my tires at the same time. Super awesome product from Morphlate. Yeah, I'm going down to about 20 just because comfort. That's what we're at right now. Or 19.3. That'll do. So, going down to about 20 just because we are going to be in parts where we are kind of higher speeds. So, you don't want to go too low, but you do want comfort when you're doing this. Got Sammy over here blasting his light bar. Dude, you've got all sorts of lights on your truck, dude.
Oh yeah, daddy.
Oh, dude, look at Ricky Bobby in the seat, bro. Ricky, what's up, dude?
He's ready to go. He's like, we're down, Dad. Let's
Yeah,
go.
he's like, if you ain't first, you're last, huh, Ricky Bobby?
Ready to go. We got 30 minutes on dirt till camp.
All right, I'm ready. Let's get after it.
Okay, so we just got to our campsite. I'm gonna get all of this unloaded so I can get the tent extension. Jose setting up his go fast, and then Josh has his camper setup going on too. Evan is kind of like me. What are you doing, Evan?
I took an old bed frame of mine, welded up certain spots, and decided to then bolt it into the frame where I just have the little slider things and then just a screw that I put in. And then same with this where I've got a bolt and that right into my bed stiffeners, and I'm going to put a tarp over on top of this.
Hey.
And then bungee cord it down.
There you go. Hey, Jose, your go fast has nothing on this setup, bro.
I know.
Right,
I'm
man.
jealous.
Well, just like Evan, I will be sleeping in the back of my truck. Now, Jose actually sold me recently a camper extension. And that camper extension, I've got carpet that runs through the shell, and then the camper extension also kind of goes onto the tailgate right here. So it's nice for taller guys like me because I can't actually fit back here without that extension, but I'm super excited to use it again. Sammy's got his tent going. He's got the, what do you have right now, Sammy? You've got the
Nomadic 3,
there you go.
5x7. It's nice for the tall people
Oh yeah.
and the doggy.
Oh yeah. In fact, when I did have my tent, I had the Tough Stuff Overland, and it went kind of over the side. So the side ones are definitely best for tall guys. The wedge tents, man, you can barely fit in the wedge tents when you're a tall guy. So
Definitely not.
okay, so it's about midnight right now. So we've got the camper setup going here. We've got the cot as well as the camper extension tent. It's 40 degrees right now, so I don't think it's going to be too bad in here. It's supposed to drop down to about 33 degrees, I want to say, but we have an early start ahead of us, kind of early start. It's going to be about 9 a.m. that we plan to wake up so we can get on White Rim pretty early, but I will see you guys in the morning. Okay guys, so it is about 6:30 in the morning, and I wasn't even planning on being up at this time. It is beautiful out here. Like, I mean, we got here in the night, so naturally we kind of didn't really see everything around us. Already feeling exhausted. We're gonna get breakfast going. I don't know when they plan on being up. I think the plan originally was we kind of wanted to sleep in, so up at 9, but it is like 6:45 and I'm up, so I guess I'm gonna stay up. Okay, so the first thing I'm making for breakfast is going to be a bagel with sausage, bacon, a little bit of everything, so let's get started. This Coleman stove is the best purchase I've ever made. It's 40 bucks and this thing's a tank. I was actually camping the swell area and I forgot to close it overnight, and it got dumped on with a bunch of rain. So I kind of took the burners out and I just gave it a quick, blow to get the water out, and it worked. It fired right up right after. Like I said, 40 bucks at Walmart. In my opinion, it's honestly the best value you can get. Like, obviously there's stoves out there that are hundreds of dollars. This one gets really hot really fast, and it doesn't go through propane too fast, so it's kind of a champion. It does take these tiny green tanks. These tanks are like, I want to say $6 or $7 at Walmart, so these are also super cheap. Overall, it's just a really cheap, really efficient way to cook your food. That is assuming that you can get it on and not struggle like I do. There we go. So after all that complicated, terrible cooking, we've got a bagel sandwich. So we've got the bagel, pepper jack cheese, sausage, an egg, and some bacon. Okay, so it is about 8:55, and we were actually supposed to be up at 9. So not only are we up, but we've made breakfast, we're packing up, and we are making really good time. Now, if you have camped in your truck, you know one of the biggest struggles is loading and unloading everything every time. So that's what we're doing. We're getting everything packed up. We're getting ready for the trail. I'm super excited. It is gorgeous out here, and this is just the start of it. Okay, so we decided the way we wanted to do this trail is we would backtrack a little bit. We would go through the Shafer switchbacks. Now, why? Because you can't do White Rim without doing these switchbacks. It's a lot of elevation gain. We're at the top currently, so we're parked up, but we decided this was a good place to turn around. But look at this elevation change. So from here and then like 4 or 5 switchbacks right there, you get down into this little valley, and it is just a massive drop. We've got Josh shooting photos for Evan's jacket. Look at that. What is that, Evan?
Tacoma Mania, baby.
Tacoma Mania. Is that
That's
your,
right.
What is that? What is that, your business or?
Yeah.
There you go. Everybody hit up Tacoma Mania.
Do it.
He's got some cool stuff, so Josh is being the marketing guy for him right now. Look at that.
Yeah. Here we go, baby.
Yes, sir. It's been super cool so far. The switchbacks, we actually fell victim. 2 of us fell victim on the switchbacks alone. So, and by that I mean my shell kind of broke a little bit. Didn't break, it wouldn't close for a second. So got that fixed, got it to close. And then Jose unfortunately lost a fender flare. So Jose lost a fender flare. And as soon as he lost a fender flare, I went to go pick it up. And now my shell won't close. So me and Jose are just living the dream right now. 2 peas in a pod. Just from these switchbacks alone, it's maybe a couple miles of just, you know, weaving in and out. And each switchback is like at least 50 to 100 feet of elevation gain. So it's pretty crazy. I don't know how far we're gonna get into it. We're gonna kind of, I don't know, we're gonna play it by ear. We are currently starting it at 10:43, so a little later start than we kind of anticipated, but coming up the switchbacks obviously takes a minute because you've got other traffic that you got to deal with and stuff like that. So, well, we're gonna get turned around and we're gonna start heading back down the trail, and that'll technically be the start for us, and I'm super excited for it. Okay, so we are starting the switchbacks. And Jose, he's pretty wide, so some of these switchbacks, like this one, he's got to do a 3-point turn.
If we have to do any more U-turns, I'm going to lose all 4 of my fender flares by the end of this trip.
And then off to our right, we've got the big drop. But like I said, you can't do White Rim without doing these switchbacks. It is so worth it to just backtrack just a little bit, get that view. Jose's truck looks so sick with the red rocks. That Go Fast camper really just completed the look on his truck. It was already really dope, but then he put that Go Fast on it, and it looks unreal. That's arguably my favorite second gen out there. It looks so dope. This is what happens when you got big boy tires, 3-point turning. Like, if you can see, just look at how much it drops just in one switchback. It drops a crazy amount. There's Sammy and Evan. They're a little faster than us because of Jose's little 3-point turns, but so even in the lowest gear possible, I'm riding my brakes basically this entire time, just because like there's so much descent that there's kind of no other choice than to ride your brakes. So we aired down, made it a little more comfortable. We're at about 15 now, and then we're just going through. Obviously, it's not too bad right here, but there was a section. There's a section that was pretty bad, and it was definitely worth stopping, airing down. Once we get to the higher speeds, we'll see how our lower PSI works out for us.
I heard starting White Rim from this direction was the most scenic. Definitely hasn't disappointed so far.
Yeah, for sure. There's a lot of cool drops and rocks, and the formations are pretty insane out here.
The issue with being the camera guy is having to run back for the camera every time. So I try and get as many cool shots of like the scenery on a tripod, but then going back to get it is never a fun game. Like I said, White Rim isn't difficult. It just, you know, when you're going high speeds, that almost puts more tension and stress on your truck than rock crawling and stuff like that. The views are so worth it. I mean, look at those towers back there. That is just gorgeous. I'm wondering how Jose's going to fit on this really narrow. It's pretty narrow.
I might scrape passenger side. These wider fenders don't like skinny
It's
trails.
kind of cool though. You've got this trail, and then you've got like this almost like a riverbed type of thing. Jose's close, man. He's probably the widest out of all of us. Him and Evan, they are very close to that edge. Jose's literally tiptoeing that edge. Okay, so we stopped for lunch. We're about 32 miles in. It's been just absolutely beautiful. We've got these mountains to our side. We've got towers. We've got valleys. We have riverbeds. It is absolutely insane. This part of southern Utah is just gorgeous. So we're gonna stop for lunch. I personally am a simple man. Uncrustables. It's easy. Just break it out of the cooler. Kind of just doing a visual inspection on my truck because I'm hearing a lot of new noises, but we are overflowing on coolant, meaning this bad boy is getting pretty hot. Also, I need splash guards. Look at this. Look at this muddy mess. It is an absolute mess. As far as weather goes, we are wearing just a simple t-shirt because it feels incredible out here. It is, I think it's like almost 70 degrees. So Moab in February can either be really cold. In fact, I want to say 2 years ago, I went to Moab in February with the Diesel brothers and shot some stuff for them, and it was freezing cold. So it's kind of hit or miss, but we just so happen to plan it on a perfect weekend. Like even next weekend is going to be pretty cold. So I'm glad that we planned it and kind of got a perfect weekend ahead of us. So I definitely think we're going to be doing a decent amount of this trail at night because it is currently 2:30. We haven't turned around yet. We're about 4 hours in. Sunset is in about 4 hours. So I don't know. We're going to cut it close. We'll see. Luckily we got to see like the It's nice though because we did get to see like the most scenic parts of White Rim in the daytime, and on the way back we'll have a nice sunset to drive through, and then a little bit of night wheeling, and then we'll be headed to a new campsite tonight. The truck's doing pretty good. Really the only thing holding me back is my suspension components. They're old, they're tired, but it is doing pretty good. And then as far as mechanical goes, it got a little hot there, and my coolant started overflowing, but I've got my heater on, pointed outwards. We've got Jose. What's up, dude? How's the truck doing? Pretty good?
A lot of in the back.
Yeah, there is a lot of shit.
Bro, I was going like 65. I got freaking air, and I was like, crap, the eggs.
Not the eggs, bro.
No, we're good.
So you check the eggs?
No, I'm just sure they're okay.
What's up?
I'm sure they're okay.
Yeah, I guess that's true.
I mean, the cooler's wrapped around in a blanket.
Oh, there you go. Is it in your back seat?
Yeah, that's right.
Oh,
Well,
there you go.
I don't have a back seat.
Well, how's the truck doing, like as far as suspension wise and everything else?
Front always makes me nervous because it's rough country in the front, but the back is going just fine. So
There you go. What do you have in the back?
it's 14-inch Kings.
14-inch Kings. There you go.
Yep. Archive garage, baby.
Well, I mean, you're pretty wide, so has there been like a lot of times where you had like rocks that you're like, I'm probably gonna hit that?
When we had that one trail just right back there,
The
where it
super
was,
narrow
the
one?
super narrow
Yeah.
one. My driver's side, I was over the edge, like on
I
part
stood
of my
up
tire
solid.
was over the edge. I'm like,
Dude, Jose was right on the edge, and so I was wondering how yours was doing, because obviously your wide fender is like, I bet, did this side of your passenger side, did it almost kiss like the wall?
very close.
Oh, dude,
Very close.
it's awesome.
So far, the only damage has been to the skid plate, and that thing has been.
What happened to the skid plate?
I didn't see a rock when we were parking for lunch. Yeah, parking for lunch, I didn't see the rock, and I just nailed it.
So you put a dent in your skid plate on White Rim.
Oh, it's scratched up now.
That's talent, brother.
Yeah, absolutely.
Like, I don't even know. I'm not even capable of that, brother.
It's just me, man.
This man's on another level, man. This dude's balling.
Oh, yeah. We up.
We up? Okay, so we were gonna turn around at one point and go back, but not only are we halfway through, we have done the slowest part. That's the switchbacks and all of that. Now we've kind of just got road like this. So it's honestly faster to just keep going through. There's a campsite on the other end that Sammy's got. We're gonna just camp there tonight, and then we're gonna figure out where we're gonna go tomorrow. We've got a pretty big hill climb coming up right here. We just had a really fast, kind of windy section, and now it's time to climb. This dude's pushing a bicycle up here. Dang, dude. Good for you. And we've got to climb right now. Stay safe. This view is just absolutely unreal. You definitely need to be able to trust your brakes, because that part right there dropping in, it's a lot bigger than it looks, but it's pretty downhill, and then there's just this incredible view. This is just unreal. The group had stopped for some photos and videos at an overlook. Me and Tanner ended up staying a little bit longer than the rest of the group. That ended up putting us about an hour behind, but we were able to catch them at sunset, which is when Jose got this incredible clip with his DJI Osmo. And this clip alone has got me sold on an Osmo, so I am getting one just because this just is absolutely unreal, the stabilization that it has on a rocky trail.
Yo, doing this next to the Colorado River is pretty freaking insane. These views are just unreal.
Yeah, unfortunately with the sun going down, we won't see much of it, but I'm glad we made it in time to see some of it at sunset.
I think I lost my fender flare again.
So Jose lost a fender flare. That is fender flare number 2 for Jose. We are currently parked on this giant hill, and I do not have a emergency brake. So here we are.
I know it's probably better doing it when you can see the views, but I think it might just even cooler at night.
I'm glad Jose has chase lights. I can't see a thing.
Yeah, you're telling me. Your taillights are my saving grace. It's the only thing I can barely see right now.
Okay, so we just got to where we're about to camp, so we basically finished White Rim in one day, huh?
One day.
Let's go, dude. I was right behind this guy.
How many hours has it been?
It's been, let's see, we started at 9 and we're finishing at 7:26, so it's been about it's been about 10 hours of off-roading. How do we feel about that, dude?
I want to sleep.
Yeah, dude, I feel you. Hey, we got soup and Sammy's tonight, though.
Yes, we do.
I'm excited for some soup and Sammy's. Let's go, baby! We got Tanner just being an icon. Look at that. Okay, so we just got to camp. I'm sorry I didn't show you guys much, but
Finally here. Long road, neck hurts.
neck hurts, body is just jarred around. We technically could have finished White Rim, but our campsite was right off the edge, so we decided we would go to camp first. And for dinner, we've got tomato basil soup over here. And then over here we've got pork chops going, courtesy of Evan.
Yep.
And then we have a kind of a makeshift grilled cheese station. So it's kind of like a make your own grilled cheese. We've got smoked Gouda cheese, pepper jack cheese, Monterey. We've got a whole bunch of different options. So it is going to be delicious. I'm honestly looking forward to the pork chops. I didn't even know those were going to happen, but I am so down for it. So.
And since Tanner left and there were 6 of those, that means Ricky Bobby gets one.
Ricky Bobby! Ricky Bobby, you get a pork chop. How does
You
it
gonna
feel?
be so happy with that, bud?
Oh, dude, he's going to be so happy. Are you going to season it for him, too? Or is it
Oh, it's already seasoned. Yeah, they're all
Oh.
seasoned. So, is that dog safe?
What? Is what? Dog
Is
food?
seasoning dog safe?
Ooh, I mean, depends on the kind of seasoning. Probably.
Okay.
Ricky Bobby's a champ, though, bro.
Yeah.
Yeah, look at him go.
Look at his camelback. You want to lick the spatula yet, buddy?
The secret to a good grilled cheese is garlic aioli. Now, we have garlic aioli and garlic butter, so that's a lot of garlic going on, but give me the butter. Give him the butter.
Butter for the pork chop. Yeah. Because butter makes everything taste good.
So we're gonna finish making dinner. We're gonna sit by the fire. We're gonna eat. Honestly, I would film more, but it has been a long day. We were, you know, obviously we were off-roading for like 10 plus hours today. It's already kind of exhausting having to cook everything and, you know, instead of just being able to chill, but might as well do it now, get it over with. That way we can sit around the campfire for the rest of the night. It's really cool. The campsite we're actually in right now is just this big like circle of trees. So obviously we've got the lights strung up over there. I've got my truck, which is, to say the least, let's get Sammy's flashlight to kind of show you guys the condition of my truck right now. It is, I don't know if you can tell, but it is so dusty in here. So, gonna have to deal with that. Tomorrow, I will be doing a inspection on my vehicle before driving, because we kind of put them through the ringer today. This front end already was looking pretty bad, and it's looking even more rough. So it is what it is. That's looking rough. That right there. Obviously, I've already had gaps before, but it just looks a lot worse. It's coated. A clean truck is nice, but a well-earned dirty truck is better in my opinion. We've got new trail trophies, whether it be scratches, big giant body gaps. Jose's missing 2 fender flares. But other than that, honestly, everything's been really good. We haven't had any trail mishaps, and really just excited for dinner. So Jose actually has these retrofits by Desert Wolf Retrofits, and they actually have a mode to where you can go, so go just the amber bulb. So that's just the amber bulb. So it is absolutely crazy how bright it is for it to be like an amber bulb. And then go white. So that's white. Light output is absolutely crazy. And then the best part is you can go combo. When you go combo, you've got white and yellow. That is perfect for the things we've been doing today. But no, these things are super, super sick. And then it's got, obviously it's got like this turbine that's custom made and stuff. So definitely check out Desert Wolf Retrofits, because this is honestly one of the coolest set of headlights I've ever seen, just because like being able to switch it from amber to white, especially when there's like a snowstorm, because I know some people actually don't like the look of amber in like their bumper or anything, and so to have a plain clean looking headlight that can do both is just, it is so useful. So we think that something's preying on us, so Sammy's got his Baja Designs flashlight. Let's see it, Sammy. Shine me with it.
Squadron Pro, baby.
Oh!
It's over 4,000 lumens, baby.
That is unbelievably bright. Here, point at the bushes. Yeah, we thought something was over here. Somebody said they saw a set of glowing eyes.
Left, but then it moved over to this direction. Just don't know what it is. I don't want my dog to get bit.
You don't want Ricky Bobby to lose the race?
No, sir.
Well, good morning. It is, honestly, I don't even know what time it is, but I woke up and I look out my window and another good view, so can't complain too much, but I actually did not sleep the best last night. I'm exhausted right now and dehydrated, because truth be told, I didn't drink enough water yesterday, and my lips are very dry. I don't have chapstick. I'm feeling all sorts of ways right now, so I think the best way to feel a little bit better is to get up out of bed, start moving. We got a fire going out there, and then I'm gonna show you guys the campsite, because last night we did get here when it was dark, so wasn't really available to show you guys the campsite, but I'm gonna get ready and then I'm gonna go out. Okay guys, so this is the campsite that we settled on. Like I said, it is really cool because it's surrounded by trees. We've got the big wall over there, the valley over here, and we came from this way. So we snaked around through here, came through this way. We are going to get some breakfast going. I'm probably gonna have the same breakfast as I did yesterday, just make things easy. We didn't fully plan on doing all of White Rim yesterday, so the fact that we did, obviously we're a little more exhausted. And as far as fuel goes, I know that a lot of us are running pretty low. We still need to get back into town, so we're kind of gonna be deciding whether or not going back into town means filling up to go home or filling up to go hit another trail. So we're kind of on the fence right now. We're gonna figure out what exactly we want to do probably later on in the morning, but for now, like I said, we're gonna make breakfast and then we're gonna talk about it. So if you cross kind of a road going through our campsite, you'll come right up against the Colorado River. Now, this is the calmest I've seen the Colorado River. It doesn't even look like a river at this point. It just looks like a lake. Look at that reflection. Yeah, that's cool. Like I said, I haven't actually, this is the closest I've ever been to the Colorado. I've never gotten into Colorado or anything, so this is kind of cool. The egg up. Okay, so this is breakfast this morning, just like yesterday. We got the bagel sandwich, we got the meat, the egg. I ate all the sausage before I could even make the sandwich, so unfortunately, we are kind of just left with a bacon and egg sandwich.
Grab that extra hash brown over there and put on your sandwich.
Oh, ooh, hash brown. Hash brown. Oh, thank you, brother.
Extra egg if you want to.
We've got egg going on already. Yeah, there we go. I mean, screw it, double egg, right? Now that's a sandwich. Look at that sandwich. Okay, so we just had breakfast, and ultimately we decided we were just going to head home. We all have work tomorrow, and we didn't really plan on being on White Rim all day yesterday, but we were. So we're all kind of exhausted, so we're just gonna head home. But before then, doing a inspection on my truck, just because we put it through the ringer yesterday. White Rim isn't hard, but at the pace we were going, you know, it is not nice to your vehicle. And I'm glad I did, because I actually had a clamp from my air intake to my throttle body brake. So luckily Josh actually had a perfect one that was from his diesel heater. So Josh hooked it up with the new clamp, and then I checked all the other moving pieces, and definitely got to check the suspension, just because I bottomed out a lot yesterday. So I really don't want to deal with any broken pieces, just because last year this didn't come home in one piece. But as far as I can tell, it's ready for the trek home. It was honestly super fun. Like I really enjoyed White Rim. That was the first time I've ever personally done White Rim. And I would 100% do it again. I think I would just plan to do it sooner, or plan to do it in 2 days, just because if you get stuck on that trail in the nighttime, it's not hard, but it's exhausting. There gets to a point where you're just like, I don't even really want to be on this trail anymore. So we kind of got to that point. Last night we got to camp. I'm surprised we were even, you know, functioning and wanting to still cook. But yeah, let's get everything packed up. I'm packed up. I know just about everybody else here is packed up. We are getting ready to go. Evan's cleaning his windows.
Gotta be able to see. It's hot though, holy cow.
Dude, no, it got, honestly, for February, like, there's been some times I've been out here in February and it was really cold. But today it's probably supposed to get up in like mid 60s. So we're looking really good as far as weather goes. We're all wearing t-shirts. Josh is wearing shorts because Josh is the only one that was smart enough to bring shorts. I've got pants and...
I brought shorts, I'm just not wearing them.
You brought shorts and just not wearing them?
Yeah.
Well, at least, hey, you got those Fabletics, bro.
Sponsored.
Dude, yeah, see, that's the thing. I brought pants. All I brought was jeans. And for me, that's normally good enough. But it's getting hot, and the instant change from the cold in Salt Lake to the heat down here is just like, I think shorts would have been nice to have, but it is what it is. I don't even know what time it is. When I'm camping, I kind of just lose track of time. It is 11 o'clock, so about 4-hour drive home, probably about an hour drive into Moab, so we're looking like 5 or 6 hours until we're home, which puts us right at about sunset. So luckily the whole drive is going to be during the day, but that is kind of lucky because I don't have AC still, so it's getting spicy, and so windows down it is. Anyways, enough rambling. I think everybody else is ready, so we're gonna hit the road, Moab first, fuel up, and then back home.
Kind of cool to see what we couldn't see last night in the dark.
Yeah, it'd be pretty cool if we were here for sunset.
So Jose was doing some roller stuff with the DJI Pocket, and what happened, Jose?
Couch.
The cow shit, the fender flares. Jose's just having a ball.
You're not gonna clear your tires, they're gonna clear them for you.
Yeah, no, absolutely, dude. Oh, dude, you can see it. Look at it. Look at it. It's all in it. Oh, my Lord. Okay, so we just got back to the regular road, so we are airing up. Now, this is the moment, ladies and gentlemen, where we find out just how messed up this thing drives on regular road, just because we've been off-road for the past little bit. We did 100 plus miles off-roading yesterday, so at the end of the day, you know, alignment might be screwed up. You never know. So what I'm using right now is the SSW compressor, the dual compressor, and I've got the water hose hooked up. Makes for airing up super easy. I'm going from about 15 all the way up to 35. It's probably going to take about 4 or 5 minutes, so definitely recommend getting a dual compressor and a quad hose. Now, I know that you can mount a compressor either in the engine bay, under a seat, in a bed. That's nice, but I do have another vehicle. I have a Ranger, and so it's always nice to be able to kind of take this and the hose and transfer it to any vehicle I want instead of having it hard mounted. And then if anybody else needs it, obviously they can use it. My vehicle doesn't have to be present, so that's personally my reason for having a portable compressor rather than a mounted compressor. So let's get them all unhooked and let's hit the road. So we just stopped to get some gas. We are on the tail end of the trip. How was it, Evan? How are we feeling?
I'm tired.
Yeah, I mean, I get that. I mean, 100 plus miles of off-roading it's pretty intense for one day, so.
I'm satisfied though.
You're satisfied?
Yep, it was worth it.
Yeah, I mean, dude, this thing's a tank. This thing handled it pretty well. Do you think it handled it pretty well? Did you have any casualties on the truck at all?
Yes.
What was the casualty? Oh, your skid plate.
Well, I guess 2 then. Skid plate, yes. It's finally got its first dent in it after like 8 months of having it.
You gotta break it in, man. You gotta break it in.
No, my freaking driver's seat is unbolted.
Oh, really?
The bolts came loose. So I was like, man, I'm just moving. What's up, dude?
What about you, Jose? Any casualties to the truck?
Nope.
No,
Not at all.
No, not at all. Okay, all right.
Not any.
How about we check? Hey, how
how
about we check the back of that camper and see how many fender flares are in there? It's actually really funny because I was talking with Jose and I'm like, hey, let's make a bet on who loses a fender flare first, because as you guys know, my fender flares are cooked. Like they are not in good condition. So I was like, hey, Jose, you know, let's make a bet on who loses a fender flare first. And he's like, mine has clips. It'll probably be good. So I was like, okay, I don't want to make a bet anymore. I should have made that bet because somehow, some way, both of my fender flares are still connected. I don't know how. I bottomed out the suspension multiple times and heard those fender flares multiple times throughout the trip. So I don't know how I still have fender flares. I'll take it. So luckily Josh had some zip ties. So I'm going to zip tie what I can of these fender flares so that they don't fly off on the freeway. So anybody that's ever left Moab knows how bittersweet this moment is. On one hand, we're all exhausted, we want to get home, but on the other hand, you are leaving one of the best places on earth. So it is bittersweet, but you know, you got responsibilities, you got a job you got to get to, so you got to do what you got to do. But at the end of the day, you know, you couldn't have asked for a better trip. I mean, we came down together, we're leaving together. Everybody was super capable on the trails, taking care of each other at camp. And most of all, the truck is not coming home on a flatbed this time. So you really couldn't have asked for a better trip. Definitely want to come down here again soon, but I really can't think of how this trip could have been any better. It was better than I even anticipated, as far as, you know, not really thinking we're going to do White Rim in a day and then ending up doing White Rim in a day. And obviously some of it was at night, so some of the views were limited, but I kind of almost like that it ended up a little bit at night, just because it's always fun, you know, wheeling in the dark. So we've got about 4 hours ahead of us. We've obviously got these beautiful views that we get to drive home to, so we're all just kind of excited to get home.
Thanks guys for coming out. Really made this trip one for the books. Couldn't have gone better.
Well, if Maverick is Adventure's first stop, this Miller's Travel Center is the last stop. We are about 2 hours from home. We always stop here on the way back from Moab. We're gonna have a little bit of daylight to be able to unpack everything and just chill for a little bit, just because, like I said, we all do work in the morning. So it is nice coming back from a trip, being able to kind of just chill, decompress. But yeah, we're gonna start heading home. This is the last time I'll see these guys for a little bit. Hopefully not too long, huh? I'll probably see you next weekend when we cut up my snorkel, right?
Probably.
So, somewhere around there. Not cut up my snorkel, sorry. Cut up my fender, preparing for a snorkel. I don't know when the next time I'll see Evan is, but I'm looking forward to it, dude.
Absolutely.
Thanks for joining me, man. White Rim was freaking awesome, dude.
Dude,
It was unreal.
we need to get you a radio now.
We do have to get me a radio. I kind of just go along and just follow the group, you know. I don't fully need to know where we're going. I just follow the group. So.
Just don't leave me.
Yeah, just don't leave me. But if you do, I'll catch up. Don't you worry about that. On the road again, seeing places I may never see again. We're racing the train, baby! So I actually don't know what would have caused this, but my alignment is straight now. Like, it used to veer to the left, but no hands on the wheel, and I am going straight. I don't know whether or not this is a good or a bad thing. All I know is we are driving straight, so it is what it is. This is probably my favorite part of the drive back. Seeing these windmills lead to our home, back in the valley, it is just a beautiful sight to see.
Ricky Bobby says, I'll see you later, man. Till next time.
Okay guys, so we are finally home. The drive back normally isn't too bad, but after being in a vehicle all day yesterday, it took a lot out of me to get home. So I just want to say, if you made it to this point of the video, I super appreciate it. Obviously, you know, the channel's new. This is only the second ever video, so I appreciate everybody that got to this point that's supporting it. It's not easy, but that's what we're here for. We're here for a challenge. We're here to learn. We're here to get better. Obviously, some gear out there, like Jose's DJI Osmo, is going to make things a little easier next time. But overall, I appreciate you guys. If you guys are here, you know, it's supporting my efforts that went into videos like this. So if you want to continue supporting the channel, a subscribe is always appreciated. And then, you know, give me video ideas. I'm looking for all sorts of video ideas to do this summer. I've got a few trips planned, but overall, like, I'm open to ideas if you guys have any ideas at all. I'm not really sure when this is gonna come out, just because I do have my job, so I'll be working on bits and pieces of this after getting off work. But I'm aiming for this next weekend, but if not, sometime the week following. So I don't know, we'll see. We'll play it by ear, but either way, thank you guys for coming along on our White Rim adventure. It was definitely one for the books. I didn't at all think that it was going to go the way it went, but it could not have gone better. So anyways, enough rambling. I'm tired, I'm filthy, I need a shower, I need to unpack all of this. But yeah, thank you guys for watching, and I will see you guys on my next adventure.